guy there. It's Professor Monty. And let me show you how to prove two functions are inverses by using composition. All right, so f inverse of x is the inverse of f of x. This means if and only if f composed with f inverse of x equals x, and f inverse composed with f of x is also x. So the if and only if means it goes both directions. If this side's true, that side's true, that side's true, that side's true. Now with the composition, we're saying I'm composing these two functions. If I start with x, I have to end with x. So whatever one function did, the other one undoes. We get back to where we started. But composition's not commutative, so I have to go in the opposite direction. And then if I do f inverse composed with f and I start with x, I still end with x. All right, that's what I'm trying to show. Let's look at an example and see if we can show that in this case. So I want to prove that if f of x is 3x plus 2, that its inverse, f inverse of x, is x minus 2 divided by 3. Let me prove those are inverses. Well, I have to do these operations. So let's start off with the first one. If I do f of f inverse of x, remember that means f of f inverse of x. What I'm trying to show is that's just x. I start with x. I'm going to end with x. Well, let's see. So that's f of f inverse of x is x minus 2 over 3. So f says I take that and I plug it in here, so I get 3 times x minus 2 over 3 plus 2. Okay, I just took this and I plugged this in for the x. I'm still multiplying by 3 and adding 2. Well, these 3's cancel, and I get x minus 2 plus 2, and those cancel. I just get x. Check. So this way it worked. Have I proved they're inverses? No, but they may be. If that wasn't true, I already know they're not inverses. I have to show the next one to show that they are, in fact, inverses. So let's try this one. F inverse of f of x. By definition, remember that's f inverse of f of x. And what's f of x? Well, it's f inverse f of x was 3x plus 2. Now I'm going to take that and plug it in here for x. So I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to go minus 2 divided by 3. So it's this stuff, and then I go minus 2 divided by 3. So notice it's the same stuff, just in a different order. This time the plus 2 minus 2 cancel out. I get 3x over 3, which of course is x. I showed it both ways, and so since both ways I start with x, I end with x, composition tells me, yes, in fact, these two functions are inverses.